How's it? Today is Wednesday, November 27th. I am stacking W's. My body is feeling good, but today was kind of a dookie training session. This is a clean and jerk day, but a lot of things were marred by timing. I was dealing with a lot of stuff outside of the gym today, and it just meant that I didn't have a lot of time to lift, and I didn't have a lot of time to really dedicate to the kind of practice that I was trying to have today. But I overall, I think like with everything considered, today was okay. My body was feeling good, and that is more important than the quality of the workout right now. In a few weeks, ideally, the quality of the workout is going to improve, and my body will still remain feeling good. This is a kind of an add-on from what I did last week, which is five five power cleans and a power jerk. I laugh because like that's a lot of power cleans, but yeah, five and one power jerk at 90, and then because I'm kind of taking those 3 kilo increments every time I lift, I'm gonna do 3 kilo jump today, so I'll go up to 93 for my first set, and here it is. Um, there was another thing that I was kind of dealing with today at the gym. I was already in like I was pretty annoyed from everything else that was happening in like my personal life. Essentially, what happened was we made a reservation to do something, and then we needed to move it, and I couldn't move it without paying extra. And if I canceled it, then we would have lost all the money. And I was on the phone for like, I don't know, an hour or so, and that was just like, had I not been on the phone for an hour, then I would have had a very good amount of time to train, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm not trying to get into too many details of that, but with that in mind, I was already really annoyed. And then about on this second set here, there's a guy who was lifting. He's super nice, but like he was very distracting in front of me, literally like right down the like my line of sight. And like I understand that I'm not the only person at the gym, but literally my set takes less than a minute, and then he was kind of just like standing right in front of me, like talking story, and I'm like, oh, I was trying my best not to get upset or lose focus, but I lost focus quite a bit, and it's gonna be after this one. It's gonna be on this fifth rep right here. So I'm like, okay, like I'm trying to go, nope, and then he's just like looking at me, and I'm like, yo, try not to look at me, and I'm like, I was just very very annoyed. I also ended up starfishing a lot of these cleans because uh, well, I guess two things. One is that I was rushing, so I couldn't rest the proper amount. Look, I'm so mad. That's not a good. That's not good at all. I do not want to perpetuate that stereotype or anything. But yeah, I didn't have a lot of time to rest in between these sets, and also I just couldn't focus. So I ended up starfishing a little bit later in each of these sets. All right, so it's already starting here on this rep, and then another thing happens. My camera overheats on the on the side angle, so I'm like, oh, it's not good. It's just it's just not good all around. I'm just focusing on the fact that I was able to increase the weights today, pretty like exactly the way that I wanted to, and then also that my body's not hurting. So I think like a lot of times when you look at something like me moving kind of unpredictably, then that's where my body's going to end up hurting the most. So I am happy that, I'm showing up well, and it is okay, right? After my high volume power cleans, I did my clean pulls plus floating clean pulls at 113, which is again 3 kilos up from last week. And these were hard. These were very, very, very hard. I don't know how I did them last week at 110. I don't know how I was able to just be like, oh, I remember I went into it with the idea of just doing triples, so do one from the ground and then two floating. And then I was like, okay, maybe I can do sets of 5 total reps. And I was able to do them last week, but this week I am struggling. Like, I'm mightily struggling. And as I'm kind of looking through these, maybe it is that idea that I was rushing through the whole workout so that I was able to get everything done. I don't know. I was telling my girlfriend that like maybe I don't even have time to lift today, but I somehow squeezed all of it together in less than an hour. I did probably from warm up to end, like literally with my 10-15 minute warm up all the way to the end. Did it in probably 45-ish minutes or so. So I mean, I guess that's a PR in time spent at the gym. Um, yeah, finished off with some GHD sit-ups. Ideally I would have done some dumbbell rows and then definitely done some dumbbell overhead walks, but that was just not in the cards today. So I am just trying to focus on appreciating the fact that I'm not hurting and that I was still able to get the necessary work in. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Shoots.